Anything like that here in the metro today. Just more heat and more humidity, and these temperatures are climbing here pretty quickly. Let's go back to Ronell. Found out a little bit more about that storm we had in the overnight hours and what's ahead for the day. Didn't that hail look funny?
Yeah, and very quickly, Carolyn, just to give you a quick little science lesson, it kind of takes on that characteristic, the way it looks. It can look kind of spiky sometimes,
yeah,
because those updrafts are so strong. The hail, usually when it's not supported enough, it'll start to fall, but then if the updraft is strong enough, it'll keep it up there. So it's constantly kind of melting and refreezing and changing shape and size, and that's why we don't normally see them in, let's say, just a round ball form. So
interesting.
We'll talk some more about that a little bit later. I might have to get out the whiteboard and dry erase marker, go into a little bit more detail for you. But yeah, shouldn't see any of those pop-up storms today, similar to the activity that we've been dealing with for the past few days. Blue skies now, and we'll continue to see any clouds that are kind of left over in the area. Those will kind of clear out of here in the coming hours, giving us plenty of sunshine through the rest of the afternoon. Warming up, though, since skies have really started to clear. 77 right now in Kansas City, which doesn't really feel all that bad, but give it a few more hours, and it's going to turn into another hot afternoon out there. Upper 80s and low 90s looking likely area-wide. So temperatures still in the process of warming up. Storm Track 5 live power Doppler radar. Nothing to track right now, but something pretty cool that I want to show you guys. Not too often do you see a tropical depression moving through Illinois and Indiana, and that's exactly what we have spinning in Illinois and Indiana. Tropical depression Alberto. We won't see any of the effects of that system as it's just going to continue to move to the northeast over the next couple of days into the Great Lakes region. Going through the rest of your Wednesday, though, I mentioned staying dry through the rest of the day. It's just going to turn into a pretty steamy evening. 86 degrees at 7 o'clock. Sky staying pretty clear all the way through the 10 o'clock hour, though, but then we'll have to watch out for the clouds starting to build again late tonight. That's going to lead to a chance of rain by the time we get into early Thursday morning. Temperature-wise, going over the next few days, summer-like conditions look like they're here to stay at least through the weekend, anywhere between 87 to 94 degrees. Even though days like Sunday, especially Thursday, going to be a little bit cooler, still going to feel very summer-like out there. So looking at forecast track now, complex of storms, I'm expecting that to develop across Kansas. That's what's going to push into our area as early as about 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then continuing through the early morning hours. Between 6 and 8, I think that's when we could see some possible heavy rain showers around the metro, especially south of I-70, maybe seeing a stronger storm with some small hail, maybe some gusty winds. The atmosphere will try to reset itself later in the day, in the afternoon and evening, maybe seeing a few pop-up isolated thunder showers, but otherwise I think the majority of our rain chance should mainly be tomorrow morning. Marginal risk for severe weather, very, very low, still looking like right around I-70 and especially south should we see a stronger storm with maybe some strong gusts, maybe some small hail as well. But again, mainly between about 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. I think that's our best chance for seeing any thunderstorms out there. Keep in mind, though, maybe a few isolated showers later on in the afternoon and evening. Security Bank 7-day forecast, we talked about those temperatures already. Storm chances looking like they'll hang around into the weekend, possibly into early next week as well. Carolyn?
All right, thank you, Ron.